everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name's Holly and welcome to an art adventure with me. So today I'm going to be taking you through my colouring journey of colouring this lovely bee sunflower page, which is the second page in the Artist of the Month challenge for Sarah Renae Clark's colouring book, Vibrant Wilds. I will pop a description. I will pop some links in the description of where you can purchase the colouring book, and also the colour cubes, and also the swatch decks if you are interested in those. Okay. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this one. A lot of fun. It gets messy, but I had a lot of fun and I can't wait to take you on the journey. I hope you enjoy it. I know I sure did. So let's get colouring. So now we are going to colour the lovely bee on the sunflower page in Sarah Renae Clark's Vibrant Wilds. So this is the second page for my monthly challenge. A lot of challenges, but we're getting there slowly but surely. And page is here. So this is the page that we're doing today, and we're going to be using a mixture of Inktense pencils. So I've already picked out my colours, and we're also using some paint markers, which are all of these colours. They will be a description. All the colours that I'm using today will be in a description, in the description. And I may pop them up on the screen if I remember to do so when I'm editing this video. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel and if I remember to do so. So first things first, I feel like we should do the background, because once the background's done, that's done. And then all we have to do then is concentrate on this big flower. So because we're using paint markers, there's actually not a lot to do, which is really good, but we are going to test them, see if they blend, how well they blend on, and how well this paper can handle them. And I think this paper can handle them well. I did a little practice one over here, and also in the back here, I started using them around here so I could sort of get an idea of what I wanted to do. So I think they will work out rather well. And so now we just need to pick the colours, and we're specifically going to be using the colours from the SimTap markers. I wanted to use the SimTap ones because we're using the other ones for the background. So while I decide what...
Well, then if I'd used my stubby little fingers.
Oops. So I'm going to be picking the colours out of the SimTap markers. And I think we will be able to do that. So that's trying to get some of the colours out of here. Now, I don't know if we need the blue on the thing. However, I might make like the light blue, the bee's wings. That's what I was thinking. And I've decided I'm going to go ahead and colour the bee with paint markers. So let's see how we go with that. So I was thinking, or maybe like the silver, or we could do like a light blue. So the light blue, I think I'm going to have to go against my, we're at the light blue, so we might do the Q403 from this one to get the light blue, because I think I'm going to put the light blue over the bee's wings. And then maybe also like a glittery silver gel pen, I think, to outline the bee's wings. I think that could be really cool. So that's a thought. Okay, we'll just see what this looks like at the end and hope for the best, as they say. And this is definitely going to be used for the sunflower flowers. I think the marigold I think that'd be a really nice sunflower, that color. So we've got two versions of marigold here, so I think that's pretty cool. So the marigold, let's have a look. Do we have a color that's sort of a yellow that goes with that? I think if we're going to go with two colors, I'm thinking the closest to it that I have, so the Q40, which is here, which is here. I have a feeling we're going to be going into these ones, and this color, I'm thinking the actual marigold, we could potentially go, I'm thinking the Q115, but then also a lighter color, and I was thinking maybe going towards this 103 here, so that you've got the three different colors. I think we'll do that. And I will be changing the nibs in these to the brush tips. Okay, and then we want a dark brown, so we've got a chestnut. So maybe we could use these colors, this for the bee. So this is for the flower, which we've done, and we also need the two browns to do the middle of the flower. So I think, how many browns do we have in here? I don't think there's a lot of browns here, but I think the two that are available are actually quite close. So I think we will use 638 and 657, which are these two colors. So I think we'll use them. Yeah. And for the bee, and then a bee is definitely yellow, but I probably want to make him more. So we've got a copper there. And I'm thinking for the bee, we might use the 122. This one here. So that's the bee. And then these browns, so we've got copper and chestnut. So copper, I think, is here. Or if we go back to the browns here, what do we have here? Do we have any sort of coppery colors? Don't really have a chestnut either, so I think a chestnut is probably more, probably the 665. 665. Yep, okay, that's the B. Well, then maybe the copper, but copper is this one, so that's like the closest to that. Or if we go on the other spectrum, no, I think that's the one there. So that's this one. Okay. And I think that's all the colours I think we really need for the bee. I've got the background sorted, and that's it for the bee. Okay, so that's all of our colour coordinations, colour magic. And as you would have seen in my previous video, we're going to replicate some of this. So big flower in the middle, so it'll just be the bottom and probably the sides. So that's what we'll probably do. And yeah, that's what I've decided to do. but with no border. And I'm just going to grab one of my sheets. If you are wondering what this is, it is a laminated piece of coloured paper. I have a laminator, and I actually bought it from my old workplace and brought it home so that I could use it, and voila, what do we know? It gets used. So I'm just going to put these in order so that we're putting the right colours. Now, I coloured this a certain way previously, so I'm going to do that. Maybe do it off to the side so that I can get the strokes that I need. So I think while we're around the flower, so yeah, I'll get into this and you can watch this in a very lovely sped up montage. Let's get colouring. So this is the background. It's still in the ugly, not so much the uglies, it's getting there. So I'm waiting for the water to dry. So with any sort of wet mediums, you want to wait for the page to fully dry. So that's sort of the paint, the Inktense pencils part. They've done their part now, and as you can see, I went over it and did a double layer just to give it a bit more depth. It gives it some interest, the cloud some interest, and then we'll go in a little bit later and do the rest. So I'm gonna let this dry, and then when I come back, we'll be getting into the sunflower, or like I might go out and in or in and out. I might go in and out, just like work my way from the bee and work my way out, or I might do all the petals first. I don't know, I haven't quite decided. I will figure that out shortly. But when we come back, we'll start with the flower. Okay. All right, so this is progress so far. So we've done part of the background. We've done the sunflower. I decided to go a little bit more abstract rather than real life. Although I think I've done pretty interesting with the bee. I want to change the legs a little bit. I want to bring in my black glitter pen and probably do the legs in black glitter, but we're not going to add the glittery sparkly stuff to last. With the flower and the inside, we're going to be going around in glitter as well, so it's going to look very sparkly. But right now we are going to finish the background with my paint markers. This is where my hands start getting dirty and you'll start seeing me using my finger to do certain things. So enjoy this process, because I know I'll be enjoying this process. So yes, I'm going to work my way from the top down, I think. That way, you know, if I'm leaning over, yeah, I apologize if you've seen my head pop up every now and then. If I'm that, yep. Anyway, let's get back into it. Let's do the background. Let's finish that off. Well, everyone, that's the finished page. I hope you enjoyed watching me I do this process, just so you can see all the glitter there. This took on a very different journey to what I had in mind. Sort of came up with it on the spot, but I really like the outcome. It's all nice and shiny and glittery. And I think that's, you know, you can't go wrong with glittery gel pens. And I'm quite happy with my clouds. I think I did really well to get this onto that. So if we put side by side, we sort of got a similar deal. And when you look at that and put it over here, we sort of even gotten maybe a bit better over here, you know, just from practicing. So again, with anything that you do, it's always good to practice. And if you're ever not sure what something's going to look like on a page, practice, because it can only get better from that to over here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way all this has turned out. And I keep thinking, you know, do I add like dots everywhere? But I'm not going for like a nighttime sky with stars in it. It's just a cloudy background, which is very, very similar to what this is. So do you think that I've done like a great job to sort of like, a good job to sort of like replicate this scene? I think we've done pretty well to incorporate Inktense, paint markers and glitter gel pens all over this whole thing. I had so much fun doing this. This has taken me a good solid few hours. It has taken me a day. Well, like I've recorded this all in one day, but I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with the result. And now we can move on to the next one. So we've got 2 more pages left in the Sarah Renae Clark Artist of the Month challenge. I believe we still have we've still got the birdhouse left, and we've also got the hanging leaves left. Hanging leaves is going to be pretty easy, because I'm pretty much going to do a very similar color palette to the opposite page and just change the background, so that's going to be simple. But we're going to do the background first. We need color twos. Birdhouse, no idea yet. I will figure that out soon. So yeah, but right now we're here for this page, and this is it completed, and I am very happy with the way this has turned out. Yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Yeah, in regards to the paint markers, I think they worked beautifully. That they did what it worked as I expected, if not more. Like, I was able to do so much more with them, and I also had fun using my fingers to paint with, so a little bit of finger painting. But I really like the way that it's turned out. So yeah, blending, I still haven't quite got a hang of how to do that with acrylic paint, or how to get them to blend. Hence I sort of went with a more sort of like a different sort of coloured petals here. And I think I did rather well to sort of like articulate the brighter, the more yellow petals on the top, and then you've got the darker yellow underneath, and then the very darker, like to sort of like shadows, to create shadows. I think that sort of worked really well. And then just another little look at all the glitter, all the glitter, all the glitter. Look at all the glitter, all the glitter, all the glitter. Yep, all the glitter. There it is. Right. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed watching me colour this lovely sunflower and the bee. I know I had a lot of fun with it. I've tried some new techniques here. I've tried mixing, you know, my Inktense pencils with my acrylic markers, and I had a lot of fun with that. It's still very new to me, but I think I got the gist of it. I mean, that they look like clouds when you look at it. So it looks like a sunflower with a lovely cloudy, pinky, purpley, orange sky in the background, which was what I was going for. So yeah, I'm obviously with a lot of sparkles, that bee sparkles. So I'm really, really happy with all the sparkles. So yeah, that was, I had a lot of fun with this one. So who knows, the acrylic markers may make a reappearance in the next video. But right now, yeah, that is the, and this video concludes. Again, I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I will see you in the next video. Happy coloring. Bye.